We're on the phone with Gabby Dershin and James Bem, Astro and Glyde, the New York City DJ and production team assigned to Bedrock, and Plexi PR. The duo have been making some waves in the progressive scene. Now, first of all, guys, how much shit have you gotten from your name?
Not so much from the company, but we did have to change our name from Astro Glyde to Astro and Glyde because there was a rock band in upstate New York that sued us. So the trademark of the musician title was already taken. So we changed our name, and then about a month later, the band broke up.
And also, originally when we picked the name, we thought, oh man, everyone's going to be like laughing and going, oh yeah, I know what Astro Glyde is, but not that many people really freak out about it. They're usually like, oh, who's Astro and who's Glyde? It's like more than they are like, oh, you know that's a lubricant, right?
So you guys just got off your summer tour where you hit Mexico and Costa Rica. How was it?
We go down to Mexico and Costa Rica and Argentina and Spain all the time. So like when we go back, it's like seeing family. It's nice.
You broke into the scene catering to the all-night, all-day after-party crowd. What's the difference between spinning to them and being a headliner?
You can get away with playing a lot worse records at after hours than than on the main floor. No,
actually, I don't know. I think it's the other way around. At after hours, you have to keep it more interesting. Like when you have a big sound system, you can actually play some of the more boring records in your bag, and they sound amazing on a big system. But when you play them for a small room, and you're like, why did I buy this record again?
Yeah, some records, especially like if you're playing in a big room and the bottom end is really juicy, it's like that's all you need if you have like a nice wumpy sound. It doesn't have to have a lot of interesting stuff on top, unless it's like a peak hour.
Where do you guys find your music? Is it on CD or vinyl, and which do you prefer to use?
Well, definitely we prefer vinyl, but lately we've been getting a lot of stuff from CDs, just from producer friends and stuff that just send us stuff.
Yeah, whenever you travel, people are always giving you CDs, and it's a miracle if I love to listen to them, but like if I'm going to play something, it's like 1 out of 10 maybe, I have much better luck just pulling records off the wall and the racks.
Turning to your productions, you guys started out 4 years ago with a song called Happy Endings. Did this song come naturally, or were there a lot of banging heads about it?
What do you mean by banging heads?
Did you guys get along well, or did it just flow?
Oh, from day one, our music tastes melded well in the studio. We were actually very surprised by that because we're both pretty opinionated when it comes to like what sounds good, and we don't even really play the same records. But when we're in the studio, I always like what James is coming up with, and it's refreshing to be in a work environment where like you're not being told, no, that doesn't sound good. Let me do it. It's like he does something cool. I go, oh, cool. Let me, and then I throw something on top of it, and he goes, oh, nice. So it's cool. Like if you can go into a session and just know, like, be confident that you're not going to be, laughed at by the person you're working with. It's nice.
Aimless Dame is probably your biggest release to date. What were your feelings when John Digweed signed it to his label on the spot?
We were like, oh shit, Bedrock? I don't know, man.
If we have to.
No, we couldn't believe it, actually. Then the funniest thing is how we heard it, like just in his hotel room on a little clock radio. And then he liked it from there. We were like, wow, that's great. We're going to play all our songs for people on clock radios.
Yeah, when he said, after it finished, the first original version was really long, and he basically almost listened to the whole thing, and he kind of looked up. He had he's a very subtle guy, and he kind of just had a little smile. He goes, yeah, I think we can take that for the label. And I was like, what? For real? He's like, yeah,
Your latest release is all about your nightclub and the Sunday sessions. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's basically like a kind of a little sampling of what it's like to be at La Suite. The first disc is some of the music we play earlier in the day, more like kind of like I don't know, like sunshiny like house, like a little funky, not too rough or anything. and some vocals and things. And then the second disc is more of the inside vibe, like late night, like a little tribal, a little bit progressive. And yeah, basically it's just like it's like if you could be at Le Souk for just a few minutes in each place, a little sampling of it.
Le Souk is a real home vibe. Like when you go there, it's not like, oh, I'm just going to some club and no one knows me or anything. It's like it's a real family vibe. Even if you don't know a lot of people there, everyone's very like smiley and like hands in the air. It's a real treat to play for a room that's like into it, and people come back knowing that it's going to be a fun vibe, and word gets around. We never promoted the party. We never like made flyers or did like email blasts or anything. It started very intimate, and it just expanded, and even Le Souk itself expanded like 3 times to triple in size. So it just grew naturally, one of those homegrown deals, and the CDs basically celebrate the party and reflect the music.
Have you found any other clubs around the world that are similar to that style, or is it kind of a unique thing?
Well, it was funny. Before either of us had ever been to Ibiza, people would say, oh, this is like Ibiza, but in New York. And we're like, yeah, whatever, And then we went to Ibiza that same summer later on, and we're like, hey, this is like Le Souk.
Yeah, it's like a little Ibiza in New York, basically.
I read one day that James shit his pants at a gig. Can you explain?
I was testing out these new DJ diaper things for DJs that play long sets, so it was sort of on purpose. But I don't know. It's sort of a weird feeling to have that in your pants when you're DJing, so I don't recommend it.
It's a certain record that I play that makes him shit his pants. I call it my bomb, I can.
Where did you read that?
When I drop that bomb, so does James.
I got it off your website, actually.
Oh,
so.
No.
Off our website?
No, actually it was off one of the promo packages that was sent over. 10 questionnaire.
Betty.
Yeah, 10 questions by Patrick
Stephanie
Russell.
Lee's write that?
I like your answer to question 2, which was, what are the 3 best movies you've seen? And then you replied, Girls Gone Wild 1, 2, and 3.
I got heat from that from my girlfriend, actually. She doesn't like that shit. What do you need that stuff for? Educational purposes only, my sweet.
Now, if you could have someone open for you, who would it be and what club?
More like friends, like in our scene, or like, if we could
Anybody.
pick any like famous DJ to play with.
Anybody.
I don't know. What would you say, James?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be fun to have Sasha open for us. Just to say he opened for us. Yeah, he played a nice opening set. He brought it up a little bit too much, but, it's all right.
I can't blame him. No, I mean, we got a lot of friends here in the city that are great DJs that, we'd love to rise with professionally, to travel with. Hisham Samawi, Dennis Rogers, Bill Patrick, they're all great. Tyson, Dill, they're just good friends of ours who are good DJs too, and they always show us support. We always show them support.
And it's weird too, like for us, like the whole like concept of like someone opening for us and things. Whenever we do our parties, we don't really have too much of an opening main DJ vibe. It's like if we're playing with someone, we all just kind of go back and forth all night, usually at Le Souk and a lot of our parties here in New York. When we go travel somewhere, obviously, someone opens for us, we do our set and then whatever. But like normally most often when we play, it's sort of like we all play together, so it's not really that opening vibe kind of thing with anyone that we play with.
Yeah, it's not like Le Souk is like, now it's my turn, I got an hour and a half, and I'm going to take everyone on a journey, I'm going to show them how it's done. It's like someone will be rocking it next to you, pulling cool records, and you go, oh, yeah, check this out, yeah, cool.
Excellent environment. You guys started out at a cafe, was it? When you started out, coffee house.
Coffee shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a cafe, but they had a phase-on sound system, and it was a rockin' room. It was a basement that held like 150 people maybe?
Yeah, like 150, 200 people, and the funniest thing was why we don't do the party there anymore is because the management and staff said it was too crazy for them. Like it was packed. People were dancing on the chairs. They were like, yeah, they're kind of messing up the furniture and things. I don't know if we like this.
Yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back on that one is they found one of our stickers, our promotional sticker, like in the booth, someone had like stuck it on like the mixer or the door or something like that, and they're like, we don't want that kind of vibe here. As if someone like did like a huge graffiti piece or something, you know, like one sticker, and they're like, you're out. What? 6 months? We're out? Shit.
Where can people get your music from?
They can visit our website. We got downloadable MP3s on there, astroglyde.com.
All right, and finally, what's coming up for you production and DJing wise?
Oh, sick tracks. The new stuff that we're working on right now that we're not sure what we're going to do with it yet because it's sort of lethal. But we have a couple of singers. The girl from Aimless Dame is probably going to come back in again with us, and this other girl that we're working with, a singer from The Lion King. And lots of vocals, lots of great bass lines, and just fun house music.
Yeah, keep it simple. You can't do a song wrong if it's got a killer bass line and a sick vocal. Once you got that, everything falls into place.
And any touring plans?
Yeah,
for the release of the Souk CD, we're going to be doing a little tour. Not exactly sure on all the dates yet, but it's going to be throughout the U.S. and I think hopefully some in Canada and a little bit in South America, and then ending up in Spain in the summer for Ibiza.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing you here in Toronto. That's excellent, guys. Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about?
Don't hate us because we're American.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Keep in touch. Bye now.
Take care.
Bye-bye.